footage, so rather than doing the Sunshine episode I was intending on posting, I guess instead we're just going to be kind of looking at this. So, last second today, I caved and went on ahead and bought the expansion pack. And honestly, I think for the most part, I'm kind of glad I did, because I really did want to record all these without going through the trouble of figuring out some other way, because, I don't have my GameCube with me, so these games are not playable for me anymore, and this game is another one, but some of these I don't have, like this one. This one I do have back home, but anyway. So yeah, I figured I'd just kind of talk a little bit and use this as an opportunity to show off some games that I think I'll probably end up playing a little bit of. I like to make the most out of my money, so I probably will at some point play each of these games. I did mention for my Zelda stuff that I was probably just going to beat Link to the Past and then move on to Skyward Sword. I might end up playing these depending on how it goes. Like, obviously I'm just kind of showing it off right now. I'm not seriously going to go through it, but this brings back a lot of memories for me. I just really enjoy this game. It's honestly probably one of my favorite Zelda games, because it's hard to really compare it to the others. I think this is like the first time Zelda really cemented itself. I mean, you had a little bit of that with Link to the Past, but this one is honestly really kind of breathtaking even still. This intro scene just kind of stuck with me as a kid. This music, I even know that it's literally just based off of... Well, I believe it's based off of the flute song in A Link to the Past, but I haven't shown that yet, so people might not know. But, yeah. So, we'll wait and see what the cutscene here is. I just have to admit, I love the fact that at the end of this it gives a cutscene each time. Like, that cutscene, I'd seen that so many times as a kid because I'd just let this play, and that one alongside some of the other ones were just so mysterious. I didn't quite understand. But obviously I do know that I've beaten the game several times. But it was like, it added to such a mystery. I was awful at this game for the longest time, and I never really got all that far until, like, I'd say probably the end of elementary school, where I finally took the time to sit down and get decent with it. This game is just... oh, what a game. So I am kind of on the fence as to I want to try and shoehorn this in before playing Breath of the Wild or before you're playing Skyward Sword. The issue with it is if I do, I will end up playing Majora's Mask as well, and that will kind of... It'll be a lot to do in such a short time. I mean, even if I'm doing an episode a day, that's like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour. That's still not going to give me much time. Here's another cutscene. He's not wearing the right tunic. love how cryptic those scenes are, just out of context like that. Like, you can tell who Link is. Honestly, whenever I'd first played this, I didn't even think anything of it, of him being bigger. I didn't think about it at all until after I pulled the Master Sword. That's kind of the benefit of having to grow up without the internet, was like, I had no idea that Link in the cutscenes and the one riding around in the field was any different from the kid Link. Even though obviously he's older, but just because he's bigger doesn't necessarily mean that he actually was. Like, to me, it was still technically passable that you could say that they were still the same model. Especially since you get the shield and, while it's technically, too small, it still kind of fits on your back. So, but anyway. Yeah, so I'm still kind of on the fence about whether or not I'm going to go on ahead and play this game. Ooh, let's see what this next cutscene is. But if I can, I might try and squeeze it in before Skyward Sword. Let's see. That's one of the cutscenes I think gains the most relevancy early on. I forgot my Switch falls asleep if I don't do anything for a bit. But yeah, honestly, this game is probably one of the most important ones to me as far as my childhood stuff goes. Honestly, it probably was close to importance with Super Mario 64, which that's another one I'll have to look at. I forget if this one has any different scenes. If not, I might look around at some of the other games' intro scenes. But yeah. I'm really glad to have added this, even though I know I didn't really want to spend the money for games I already technically own. I honestly do kind of feel like this is still decent enough for me. At least right now, because they've made some changes and made some updates to improve the games, so I figure at least this way I can play them in a legitimate fashion. Alright, we've seen this one. I just love how beautiful this out-of-context scene is. But you have no context for what's going on. You can tell they're witches. And then that happens, and you're like, well, what just happened? But anyway, we'll go back to game selection. Another one that was part of my childhood was this one, Majora's Mask. Yep. I actually started playing this game in the beginning of Ocarina of Time as well. So I would get only so far with some of my gameplay through Ocarina of Time. And since I had the collector's edition on GameCube, I didn't have any other way. What technically happens is Majora's Mask is literally right next to it. And it's well, they're both 3D games, so if you can't beat one, you might as well try to play the other one then. Back then I didn't really have any kind of scruples for how I played games and what order, but this game always gave me this kind of feeling. It's very much the same kind of feeling that Ocarina of Time gives me, but it's a bit different. This one is probably one of the ones that has kind of touched on one of my deepest, some of my deepest interests. But honestly, I'll probably end my talking about this here because I think it'd do it better for me to give it like its own episode for me to talk about what this game means to me and stuff like that. It's really nice to get the chance to play these games especially. This one, Paper Mario, it's another one that's a good one for me. This was my first ever RPG in the sense of like, you know, a game where you level up and you've got partners, a party. I love the opening too. Going to tell you the story of good star spirits and good wishes. Far, far away beyond the sky, way above the clouds. It's been said that there's a haven where the stars live. In the sanctuary of Star Haven, there rests a fabled treasure called the Star Rod, which has the power to grant all Using this wondrous star rod, the 7 revered star spirits watched over our peaceful world. And carefully, very carefully. Wait a minute. That's not supposed to be there. Oh dear, what the... Oh no! Who stuck that weird thing into the story? Honestly, Candy Koopa is one of my favorite characters from these spin-offs. Oh, now Bowser has the Star Rod. Oh no, what's he doing? They've all been sealed away in trading cards. Now, Star Kids may rise their hands to people's wishes, but those wishes will not come true. Whatever can you do? This is definitely a game I'll have to play for something, because this is one of my favorite games. Not really my favorite, but... Yep, here comes the cutscene, kind of giving you some clips of what's going to happen in the game. Early level stuff. There we go, next level stuff. And boom. And here we are in the sewers. With the Koopa. One of my favorite things about this game also is the fact that you get these partner characters that are all like species of enemies in the Mario series, yet they're all your friends. They all befriend you. All of the creatures are basically just misunderstood, and only some of them work with Bowser. I just really like how that worked out with them, because it really gave this small little spin-off franchise it gave it a bit of a... How should I put this? It gave it some character that I think is missing in some of the more recent games. Though I've heard that the most recent one had a little bit more of that in it, but like they've gotten rid of all the original characters, which honestly it is almost kind of like a DeviantArt sort of thing where you'll take an established species of enemy and just make them unique in your own character. Making OCs, but yeah. I figure I'll go into length about this game later on at some point whenever I play it. I'd really love to get the sequel on the expansion pass stuff too, because that would be nothing short of amazing. I forgot how long this goes on for. Oh, that's a spoiler for a later puzzle. It's a very difficult one. Gosh. But, yeah. There's Princess Peach. Okay, now that's the last scene of the intro stuff. And here's the file select stuff. It just really speaks to me, I think. This kind of old stuff. It's hard to really call it old, because it was like my childhood. I had Paper Mario before I had Zelda. And then there's this game in particular, which is one of my earliest memories. I already played this, though, so I don't feel the need to play it again, because it's going to basically be the exact same game. It's not going to really be any different. So I'm just going to leave the 3D All-Stars one up there. Mario Party is one more on here that's another old game that I just love. I love the opening scene here. I'll even play it. Caution, to avoid irritation, do not rotate with the palm of your hand. Yeah, but that's the only way you can do it to be fast enough. It's the only answer. Okay. But yeah, so here we go. It's Mario's good friends, but it looks like something's wrong. What could it possibly be? I love how they're just kind of sort of talking about, just unprompted, which one of them is the biggest star, you know, who's the superstar? Obviously the answer is probably Mario, but you still kind of have to get through this. I love how it gives each of these characters almost sort of like an equal chance to be the superstar. And now they're going to squeeze up against Luigi. No, not the personal space. No. I think the one downside this game has is that it doesn't have the story mode kind of stuff like the later games do. I'm honestly kind of a fan of the story mode stuff if it wasn't for the fact that, if it wasn't for the fact that sometimes the older games like this were very difficult. Because I could absolutely smash any one of the computers in a minigame on like the newest game, but like whenever it comes to a game like this, I will definitely get my ass handed to me. Does each of you really want to be a superstar? Then let's see what it takes to become a superstar. Let's talk about all its characteristics. Does it only take strength to be one? Luigi's just like, no, no. In order to be a superstar, it takes courage, wisdom, and talent. There you go. Oh, wait. Nope, it's kindness. Yay! I remember the Triforce of kindness. Alright, if you all want to be a superstar, then I have an idea. Warp pipe in Mushroom Village and head out into adventure. The person who comes out of the adventures on top is the superstar. But there's no telling what kind of danger might await you. Do you want to head out into adventure? If we're gonna do it. They're all shocked that Luigi was the first to step forward, and now they're all gonna run to it. Oh gosh. Let's open it up some. So here's the village. You basically just drag the hand out. Oh, wait a minute. What's this? raft. I'll check that out really quickly. Yeah, let's ride the raft. Hey, there's a raft out there in the ocean. Is that? Yeah, this is one of the downsides to this game, is that you've only got 6 choices for characters. For this sake, I'll stick with Mario. Just for the heck of it. It's Mario. Mario's riding out on the raft and coming this way. There's someone else on this raft besides Mario. It looks like... I guess Luigi. Yes, it's Luigi. Looks like Luigi's behind Mario. How did this happen? Welcome to Minigame Island. Shall I explain this island to you? Yes. The goal of the island is to reach the goal. There are 9 worlds. You must clear each of the minigames found in those worlds. The minigame starts by moving to minigame space. After clearing a minigame, you can move to the next space. If you miss, you lose 1 life. If you miss when you have 0 lives left, it will be game over. Your remaining life is shown in the upper left corner of the screen. When you clear a minigame, you will gain 1 life. The number of coins is shown in the upper right corner. When you collect 100 coins, you get 1 more life. On the Koopa Troopa space, you can save your game up to that point. After game over, you must start again from the point where you last saved your game. Be careful to save your game frequently. Alright. Okay. Oh, I remember this. Yeah, I remember this. This is cool. Yeah, let's do it. What is this? Hit the blocks to make coins come out. Get 10 or more coins to clear the game. Let's look. So there's run and jump. Alright, let's try it. Why not?
Start!
There we go.
Clear!
Okay, I won. How many coins did I get? 1 up. 36. Nice. At least I think that's nice. Alright. We'll do 1 more. Coin block. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. So I run around and smash the hammer or I hit sideways. So that's if I want to smash people into the ground, that's how I'll knock them away. Alright.
Start!
It doesn't really matter if they get blocked. I still won, though. Yeah, like I said, this is a difficult game to kind of play for me, because I've never been good at it, and it controls difficulty. Yeah. Anyway, we'll leave it right here at the flower. But yeah, maybe this counts as kind of like a story mode, since there are like 9 worlds. But this game is, it's definitely a nostalgic one for me. Yeah, I'm not gonna play this. But yeah, so, anyway, I'll just go back to game selection and start from scratch whenever I next play it. But yeah, a lot of these games I have not played. I have not played Pilot Wings, I've not played Wave Race, I've not played Golf. I might have played a small bit of Kirby and the Crystal Shards and Snap, but they were technically games that were just kind of around whenever I was visiting somewhere, so I had never really played them much. Pokemon Puzzle League is one I've seen, I've not played though. I'd much rather have Stadium. F-Zero X is kind of a new one. I did technically play like a small, short second of that and I crashed. I'm not good at racing games. Banjo-Kazooie, that's honestly it's kind of like what Super Mario is. You go around collecting like the puzzle pieces instead though, I think. But I've never played any of these games. Mario 64, I've played a version of Dr. Mario, but not the 64 one. Mario Kart 64, that's another one I've technically kind of played, but not really gotten into. Tennis, I didn't even know that existed, honestly. Winback, I don't know what that is. I've never heard of it. But yeah, Star Fox 64 is one I've heard of, never played. Yoshi's Story is, I think it's Yoshi's Island, but it's not Yoshi's Island. It's like a different story, I think, and it's I think it's based on like a book. There's like a Smash stage for it. And then the last one is whatever this is. I don't know what this is at all because it's in Japanese. Treasure video games. I thought it was
Archie! Archie! Hurry! Save us, Archie!
What is this?
Are these the rebels?
Oh,
One group of them, sir. They have no strength to resist any longer.
But the leaders are still alive. There's no time now. Join the troops intercepting the ruffians.
oh gosh. What is this? I was just used to these games all having like that kind of happy-go-lucky kind of tone. I mean, with the exception of Majora's Mask, but even that one's not quite a whatever that was. I'll have to check that out later sometime. But I don't know. I guess the subtitles being in Japanese kind of makes it difficult. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to do a placeholder video talking about these because I apparently will not be able to get out the video I wanted to for today. So, anyway, but yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over some of this stuff and talk about some of it. And hopefully I'll get around to making videos off of some of these games, especially the ones that I've played before. And I think I'll make an effort to try playing through some of them, like Mario Party 2 is one I've never played, never touched. So it'd probably be a good idea for me to get a feel for that one too, after Mario Party, of course. But yeah, out of the ones I haven't played, I'll probably play the Kirby one, Banjo-Kazooie, and well, that's probably really it. I don't know if there's ones I haven't played before that I'd really want to. Snap might work, and if I really get desperate for content, I guess maybe I'll play whatever this is. I don't really care about it though. So yeah, anyway. But thank you all for watching, and hopefully next time I'll be able to post a video that has my face in it again. Although maybe if this gets enough views, maybe I'll just leave my face out of it next time. Look, you can let me know in the comments below if you would rather me not put my weird-looking face in the videos. I promise I'm not going to take any offense. Just phrase it exactly like that. Like this. I do not want to see your weird face in any more videos. If I see that enough, by the end of the week, or, well, how about this? By the end of the month, if, because I've already recorded some ahead of time, if I'm told that my face needs to be not in the games, I will gladly do that. So by, let's say January 31st, if it says don't put out any content with your weird face in it, I will make sure that none of the content after the 31st has my face in it. Alright, well thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.